With Barbara Arnwine from the Lawyers Committee on civil rights, you'd think, wouldn't play a prominent role in a national convention at any time in America right now. But in fact, voting rights, as it did 50 years ago, has reared its ugly head again. How much of an impact, Barbara, do you think it's going to have on this election? I know we don't know, but how much do you feel like it could?
It could have a very severe impact because since the 2010 election, when so many states changed hands in the state legislatures, the first thing people did in many of those state legislatures in January was to introduce voter suppression laws. And when I say voter suppression laws, I mean laws that make it harder for Americans to vote, American citizens to vote who have been voting for years. And one of the things that people don't realize is that a lot of these states have passed what are called voter ID laws. And these voter ID laws says that the only way that you can vote on election day is that you must have a governmentally ID, which is defined as an identification with a photo from the Department of Motor Vehicles, either a driver's license or a non-driver's license. Well, the problem is that in 2008, 21 million Americans who voted do not have that form of identification. Indeed, as we stand here today, 5.5 million Americans, African Americans, do not have that identification. Indeed, in some of the states that have passed these laws, we have challenged them, because we've been able to go to court and show that they had not one case of anybody ever trying to impersonate somebody else at the polls, which is the only kinds of fraud that this would prevent.
It's a total solution in search of a problem.
Oh, that's putting it mildly, but it does great danger to people. For example, in Pennsylvania, where we are fighting in the courts right now, 1 million people don't have this kind of identification. And most Americans are not aware that these laws even exist in their states. They don't even know that this is a problem. And so people are going to sleep it. They're going to show up at the polls on November 6th, and they're going to try to vote, and they're going to be told, you don't have the right identification. They're going to be given a provisional ballot. They're going to get a little sticker with red, white, and blue on it. They're going to go home thinking they've voted and not realize their vote will never be counted. If you want your vote to count, you need to know what the law is in your state. If you want your vote to count, you need to right now be verifying your registration status in your state. I don't care who you are. Even if you have the right ID, you need to make sure that you're still registered to vote. So it's absolutely imperative that people check it, because states have been purging voters. States have been changing these laws. States have, a lot of people have moved. For example, we know that in Florida, and we know that throughout the country, that of the 3 million people that registered for the first time in 2008, 60% need to be re-registered because they moved, they changed addresses, they changed their names. They just don't understand that they need to re-register.
And finally, I want to ask you this. What do you say to the American citizen who says, why is it such a big deal? Just get an ID.
Well, because the reason why a lot of those people don't have an identification is because they don't have a car. And a lot of the states, because of these budget cuts, their Department of Motor Vehicles aren't even open Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. In fact, in Tennessee, none of them are open 5 days a week, and the only one in the entire state is open on a Saturday. So let's think about it. If you're a working American and you can't get to one of these places, and the only one is somewhere way on the other side of the state, how do you get the identification? And then also they said in these laws that in order to get the identification, you got to have a birth certificate. And how many of us know where our birth certificates are? You got to apply and pay money to get your birth certificate. It's not that easy. It takes time. Also, in the state of South Carolina, they said not only do you have to have a birth certificate, you also have to have a Social Security card. And not just your number, a card. So, people don't realize.
I don't have one of those.
Exactly. Mine is back from whatever. It's old.
Yeah, I hear you. All right. Well, Barbara Arnwine, thank you for doing the good work of bringing this to people's attention. We're glad to help.
Thank you. And we just want people to know that if they need information, you just got a question, you're not sure if you can vote, you don't know where to go to get help, you got a question, call us at 1-866-OUR-VOTE. That's 1-866-687-8683. We have legal volunteers who can help give you the right information about your right to vote. No question is too small. Ex-felons, I don't know, am I just moved? Where do I vote? Where do I register? We have that information. We're happy to provide it. We're happy to help you.